I really think that our Black community members have not only played a huge role in making sure that we win our re-election, but also on every issue, all the way from the way to address police brutality and racial profiling to the affordable housing crisis that is disproportionately affecting our Black community members. And that is why this movement cannot be built without you all. So what we need to make sure is that we have a successful launch on Monday, January 13th at 6 p.m. at Washington Hall for the Tax Amazon campaign. But alongside that, my committee, the Sustainability and Renters' Rights Committee, will also be bringing forward a legislation against any evictions of working families during the winter. So, we want a moratorium during the winter, because when you're evicted in the winter and you're put out on the streets, you are going to be on the streets during the harshest and the coldest weather of our city, and that's why we want to make sure that people are safe. And alongside that, my office is also engaged in conversations with small businesses, not only in the Central District, but also throughout the city, and especially in South Seattle, because we know that small businesses are facing gentrification and eviction. And so we need to push forward this year on policies related to commercial rent control, which will greatly benefit small businesses. We also want relocation assistance and just cause protections for small businesses. I know this can be done, but it hasn't been done yet. We will need some courage and some movement building, and it can be done. And we are not the only city who's talking about it. The bodegas and small businesses in New York City are also demanding commercial rent control. So we are in very good company. So let's make sure 2020 is a year of major victories, building on the election victory. And let's not forget, this is also a presidential election year. So this is a good year for us to be pushing for progressive causes and making sure that the city council, which says it's progressive, stands by its word. In addition to the launch that we want to make sure hundreds of people come to on Monday, we want to make sure community members who are watching this, who will be there, who have an interest in pushing for social justice, everybody have a voice. We want to build a grassroots coalition and a grassroots movement. So if you are fired up by hearing that there's a movement building to tax big business just to fund social housing and to address the affordable housing crisis, then I don't want you to just be watching this on the sidelines. I want you to get involved, because we need you. Without you, we are not going to be able to build the movement. We need a series of community meetings, and not all the meetings should come from my office. You should organize those meetings. So I encourage you to get in touch with my staff, with my office, so we can help you organize that and get a real conversation going in the Central District and in District 3, why we all need to get involved in taxing Amazon and big businesses.